Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. And today we are going to be checking out Cassie Mendoza. She has just reset and we're going to be having a look at her new loot. And if you do not know how to find her, you have to locate the snitch first. There'll be a link in the description or somewhere on the screen and you can click to find the snitch. Or you can just wait till the end of the video and I will be showing you a few spots where he usually is every time. And if he isn't, just log out and try those spots again. But before we check out our loot, if you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, smash that like. We are growing and growing bigger and bigger every day with daily Division 2 content. So if you enjoy that, go ahead and stick around. Alright, let's check out Cassie's loot. So right off the bat, we have the boomstick. This is a double barrel shotgun. Comes with 9.5% shotgun damage, 11% damage to armor, and 9% critical hit damage. Can I go down? Okay, we got perfect pumped up. Reloading grants plus 5% weapon damage for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. This is the only talent that really does this on a weapon that I can think of right off the bat, but there's not many weapons that this talent actually works with. And with this being a double barrel shotgun, only 2 rounds, you're going to be reloading all the time and you're going to be up to that 25% weapon damage buff very quickly. So if you love running shotguns, this is actually not a bad pick in the dark zone because you're going to be able to push that really quick and you can do some dirty damage if the rogue thing is your pick. Now let's get to the next one. We have Pointman. Now this is the Gila, I believe, yeah, the Gila guard named item. It has almost max roll armor, not bad, 10.6% skill haste and 8.9% hazard protection. And it comes with perfect Vanguard. Now this is one of the go-to tanking sets. If you're building a starter tank set, you need this named item and I would go and pick this up right now. I have this piece. It is amazing. So deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds. That's amazing, and grants 50% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for 20 seconds. This is huge, but it has a cooldown of 25 seconds. So you're going to want to be proccing this every 25 seconds. So you'll drop your shield, pull it out real quick. You're going to buff the whole group the whole time and they're never going to struggle and they're just going to keep pushing and it's going to put less strain on you and you just have to worry about holding threat on all of the enemies and you really don't have to do anything else. Just be careful when you drop your shield real quick because you can take a lot of damage really quick. Now what would you re-roll on that? Hazard protection is okay, but it's not the best roll, so I would just re-roll that skill haste probably and just get armor regen, something, you know, a little more tanky for my set. And that goes really good with the Foundry Bulwark set. You get that, and there's another backpack, I forgot what the talent is called, but it basically gives armor like every 5 seconds or something like that to you and your teammates, and it is amazing and it's a must-have. Alright, let's go to the next set. Alright, we have the Eclipse backpack, and now this is a must-have if you are going to be running an Eclipse build. Just because of the talent. System Aggravator amplifies all damage you deal to status effects targets by 30%. And amplified, the verbiage on there, the wording is very important. Amplified means it's an extra multiplier on all your other damage. So that's going to go into a separate category and it's going to increase your damage even more than, let's say, the Anarchist Cookbook, even though you would get more status effects. So definitely put that in. Reroll that to status effects and you are going to be good to go. And we have more Eclipse today. We have the chest and it comes with 8.8% status effects. Not a bad roll. And this is another thing you have to have for the build. Increases indirect transmission range from 10 meters to 15 meters. Used to be 20 meters and was insane and was way too overpowered. But this also refreshes and refresh percentage from 50% to 75% damage. So whenever you kill an enemy, and I believe that's what it is, yeah, whenever you kill an enemy with the status effects, it will spread to everybody at the duration, but 50% of duration, and now it's up to 75% of that duration. So it is huge, and it is a lot of damage going out when you're just using. Next we have the Foundry Bulwark gloves, and like I said, this really pairs well with Pointman. If you can get the 4-piece, it's amazing. Makeshift repairs whenever you or your shield take damage. 20% of that amount is repaired, both over 15 seconds. Huge. Plus, you get 10% armor, great, but the 1% armor regen is huge, plus the 50% shield health. I think you can get almost to like a 20 million shield or higher. I don't know what it's at these days. You tanks will have to let me know. Next, we got Hardwire knee pads. Not a bad roll. Great Hardwire is a really great set all around for just starter skill builds. For any skill builds, it is a go-to set piece. Rolls with status effects. So if you're building a status build, it's already there, but I would just roll to skill damage because usually these are great for skill damage builds. And we have the Hunter's Quiver. The Hunter's Fury, it's the new set. Not too bad. 11.7 weapon damage, 10.5 critical hit damage. Not a bad pickup. Pick that up, reroll the weapon damage. Pretty decent high critical hit damage if you're rolling that crit hit build. Next, we have the Eclipse Mask. Comes with 10.5% skill haste. Again, Eclipse set all around great, and I believe it got buffed in the recent patch. We have the Stoner LAMG, and it's a mid-tier roll. I would just steer away from that. We also have a classic M1A. It's not the Baker's Dozen, but it does have Lucky Shot, 5% damage to armor, 10% critical hit damage, and 13.6 rifle damage. Whatever you want to re-roll, whether it was a 10% critical hit damage or max roll the rifle damage, this is a good pickup if you do not have a decent Baker's Dozen. Next, we have the Fenris Chest with 7.4% weapon damage, maxed out weapon handling, 11.3% critical hit damage, and protected reload. Grants plus 20% bonus armor while reloading, and grants 0 to 18 of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies. This is kind of like a tanking talent, and it's not that bad, but you could also make it work for an LMG if that's all you had to work with. Next, we just have a mid to high tier roll on that Marksman Rifle brand set. And let's see, do we have anything else? That's pretty much it for Cassie. So if you stick around, you'll be able to see where the snitch is, or you can look in the description or wherever the link on the screen is. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. To get to Cassie Mendoza and get her sweet goods, we need to find the snitch, aka Jared Nash, and he's randomly about the map in different places, but he always has the same spawn location, so he'll always be in the same places, but he's just going to be in different places. There's different maps and stuff you can find throughout the internet and online through Reddit and stuff like that, but they really don't help. There's a few spots where we can always find him, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The best spots where I always find him, I went through about 50, 60 different locations where I've seen online where people, he's always here. No, he's never here. And the map doesn't help. They said that there'll be activities throughout the map and it will disappear when you get close to him. But it's not that easy because you can only see the question marks above his head when you're like 20, 30 feet away from him. But we're going to find him, and it's not going to be that hard. And the trickiest part is going to be to complete his bounty that he drops. So let's get started and show you where he's at, guys. All right, guys. First place we're going to stop by and try to find the snitch at is at the Truman Safe House. It's in Foggy Bottom, and we're going to be looking for him right next to a little lockbox directly across the street, directly to the west. You can see right where I marked it. So if you have not unlocked that or have not found it yet in the world, it's not going to show up. So just click on the map there and just start walking there. It's really easy to find. There'll be a couple trucks around the area, as you'll see. All right, once you run up the hill, it'll be right on our left. You'll see the lockbox, and you can just usually shoot up the fence. I usually come here first every time because it's new day, refresh, get free loot. Maybe I get something, but usually never get anything else. And Jared Nash, or the snitch, he'll be right behind there, right behind this truck. As you can see, you got to be really close to see him, guys. He won't even pop up unless you're like 20 feet away from him. And there he is. Luckily, we got him right when we headed to the Truman house, and we're going to accept his bounty. Once you complete that bounty, we'll be able to find Cassie, but I'm going to go into more detail in a sec. We're going to go into a couple other locations. Okay, the next location is going to be the Lincoln Memorial, and we're going to just fast travel straight to that spawn point. And as soon as we get there, we're just going to turn around, and we're just going to start running down, heading towards the Washington Monument. Just heading down there, we're going to hug the right side. We're going to see like a little forest, a group of trees, and we're just going to keep running. Usually he's not here, but every once in a while he will be. One thing to note is if he's in combat or there's any like fighting NPCs fighting with each other around the map, we're not going to be able to find him. But today he was here. Usually when there's nobody here, he'll always be here. But if there's just one NPC, just one dude hanging out, he gets skittish and he runs away. I think it's just part of it. If there's any combat, he just won't spawn in. I don't know why it is, but let's move on to the next spot. All right, our third spot is going to be over in DZ East. We're not going to actually go in the DZ. We're just going to go to the checkpoint, and the checkpoint is called Charlie Checkpoint. It's the northernmost one up top. You'll be able to find it, and we're just going to leave and head out the door, and we're just going to start heading directly to our right, and you're going to see some ladders up on the side of the building. Yep, right up there, and we're going to climb up. And he's going to be up inside these office buildings. Usually would be probably be able to see him right now if he was there, but I don't think he is there this time. So hopefully he's there next time, but I usually don't find him here, but every once in a while you get lucky and it's a really close spot. All right, guys, we are on the final spot, and this is probably the best spot to find the snitch any time of the week. If you come here Tuesday, right when the servers reset, I almost find him here every single time. Sometimes I'll just log out and come back to this spot, and it's really easy to find him. So we are heading to 1040 Safe House, and we are going to be going out the southeast exit today, and it's really hard to miss. This guy's really easy to find and almost there probably 90% of the time. I'd say 9 out of 10 times I come to look for him, he is here. So I would always check here. I just like to check the Truman house just because, you know, there's always loot. So we're just going to head out of the southeast exit and just run straight ahead, going down this windy little path, and we're going to end up taking our left. I ended up taking a little detour because I had tunnel vision and I can't stay on track at all. So we'll head back, but when we go down that path, we're just going to head left, and we're just going to go straight ahead, and we're going to take our very next left, and you'll just see a little gate, and you'll run through, and we're going to run through all the way to the end, and eventually you'll see that little green triangle over his head, and he's back here, and there's a weapon box that you can open too, and you'll see him there, and we're just going to accept his bounty, and we're going to grab it. If you already did the bounty, great, and you just got to go and head over to Cassie.